You know the feeling when you're hungry and you eat really good food that nourishes your body, and you feel relaxed and you feel right. And that is what I see again and again in the programs, is people who feel right with themselves, and people who feel right with themselves can then contribute.
Where is there the most need or the most darkness is something we've looked at, and there's prisons, and then there's homelessness and hunger.
That's what we do with free food, is farm fresh ingredients, nutrient dense, prepared and served with love.
And that's really what we wanted to have, is this feeling of healthy food, good food, food that I would love to eat, that you would love to eat, that anyone would love to eat, like it felt like a nourishing meal.
I mean, there's nothing I love more than these people taking these ideas and bringing them into life, bringing them into reality, and then all of a sudden, what was just an idea of a conversation mentioned in a living room becomes walking into a dining hall and seeing a full gourmet farm-to-table meal prepared for the homeless people who live on my street. It's so fulfilling and gratifying.
It's really intimate to connect through food.
So free food is born on the idea that food is medicine. Not only the nutrients in the food medicine, but the way it's shared and delivered is medicine. And one way to do that is with, farm fresh ingredients.
Through food, one is able to know their community in a way that's different than almost anything else. We make our meal, package it up, and then we have a team of local volunteers who help us distribute. And it's just this feeling of really getting to know the community there, and that we're all kind of creating this thing together.
We bring in professional chefs who, with care, prepare meals.
When the opportunity came up to be able to provide a meal for the homeless, honestly, it was a no-brainer. We wanted to take our same ethos in the restaurant, nutritious, energizing food, and just apply that to cooking for the homeless.
And then we serve those meals in a restaurant-type experience for free for anyone. The idea is to bring kind of the best of what food can be to those who couldn't afford that type of experience.
What I get from most people is they can feel the love. They really get that somebody cared to put it together, and that makes a whole difference.
There's a homeless shelter in Ukiah, and we go there every Friday and sort of transform the whole area. And we put tablecloths, we put silverware and napkins that say "You are loved." We bring flowers from our garden, just give them the whole experience of being served.
And so the idea was that, we should serve the poorest, the most vulnerable among us in the same way that we would serve the wealthiest. You can have a platinum character rather than a platinum ring. What's better to have?
I can't tell you how glad I am that there are people like you folks that are doing something like this.
Right now we're doing it in 4 cities around the United States. We're doing it in California in a few different cities, and we're doing it in Harlem, in New York.
In 2021, we started Free Food in Harlem, New York, and that's been a really cool experience because it's so different than where we are here in Philo. In Harlem, you're smack in the middle of everything.
It's farm to table, but it's not just farm to table. There's something else that's not only added, but actually essential to what we're trying to do with free food, which is to communicate dignity through food.
So I used to be a social worker many, many years ago, and I was a social worker for about 10 years, and I got really burnt out. Now, when I give, it's from a place of pure joy and extra, and I get so much from being able to have these connections.
There's something really nourishing and generative in taking something you have and making it for someone else. I go there and I see their faces light up as they're eating. I can really feel it in my heart how much they enjoy the food and appreciate it, and that touches me.
So simple, All you have to do is give people their dignity and the resources that they need in order to become who they want and need to be. And contribution, greatness, growth, those are all byproducts. When people have the right resources, they naturally become that. And that's the idea in all of the programs. It's not to subdue the human spirit, it's to actually have it answer to a much deeper truth. And that's that as human beings, we love and need each other.